This is Chris.
And this is Tina.
And we're taking a look at Evolve. Tina, you played a bit of Evolve.
I played it recently, and it's basically the same game. New map, new characters.
We both played a little bit of it at PAX East when we did. I played the medic. What did you play as originally?
I played as Assault because that's my typical class.
And I am a generally helpful healing person who enjoys
Playing as
Unity.
medic.
Yeah.
So you played as Val. That was the first medic that they revealed. But they've actually got a new one. His name is Lazarus, which is you're probably going to see on screen. I believe this is Val, who uses armor-piercing sniper rifle, but Lazarus uses a silenced weapon. So he's more of a stealth character. He's got a personal cloak, same as Val. But he doesn't have this healing gun that we just saw.
Team Fortress 2 style healing gun.
Yeah, he doesn't have that. He's got the healing burst that the character class has in general. But instead of that, he's got the Lazarus device, which basically revives people once they've died.
Yeah, it's a full revive as opposed to like picking the person up. All right, so
and this is Bucket. He's a new support class. He's cool because he has this like missile launcher, and you can see they're fighting off like dune. I believe these are the dune beetles, which is like one of the new wildlife on this desert map. But he can also take his head off like he's doing right now and use it as a UAV and track monsters. I used this once. I played as all 4 of these new characters. I used this once. It didn't feel too great at the time because it's so fast paced that you're just constantly trying to like run after this monster.
And playing at a preview event is always, hectic. Like,
yeah,
I remember
for
previewing
sure.
Dark Souls 2, and that's like not how you want to,
experience
sink
the
into anything.
game.
Yeah.
Totally, yeah, because you can totally get the idea of Dark Souls 2 in like 20 minutes, right? Mm-hmm. So this is Hyde. His biggest new thing, I mean, he's got like a minigun right now, as opposed to the assault rifle that Markov, I believe, is the other assault class has. Mm-hmm. So he's got this flamethrower that he was using just there. It's really short range, so you kind of have to be in the monster's face, but it does a lot of damage, and that's the whole point of an assault class anyway, is to do the damage.
He kind of reminds me of like an old StarCraft pyro on some level, like the sort of brutish.
Right, yeah. So it's a bit more of a risk, especially because the monster has its own like flame breath version of it. So here's Lazarus. You can see his Lazarus device on his arm over there. It's different from Val. So there's this personal cloak, and his main thing is basically to stay the hell away from the monster because you will die, and it's not good for the medic to die, and he is bringing Bucket back to life here.
That was something I actually noticed a lot when I was playing as Val at PAX. I was very in the face of the monster a lot of the times. I felt more like a combat medic, and he seems to be just more about like making sure that nobody.
Yeah, I mean, he's got the sniper rifle too, and it's silenced, so his thing is that he can like sneak around without the monster knowing he's around. But it's kind of obvious. And here's some good example of something about the game, about this new map. There's a lot of water around, and if you fall in, you're kind of useless. Like when you're swimming, you can't be shooting. So if you get caught there, like the monster will just come and basically kill all of you because you can't do anything. And this is Maggie. She's my favorite. She's the new trapper. And she's my favorite not because of her at all, but because of Daisy, her pet.
That's so cute. I really do like dogs and pets in video games.
I love companions in video games.
Why we were so psyched initially, at least for Call of Duty Ghosts.
Yeah.
Like, there's a dog.
There's a dog in it.
There's a dog. Yeah.
So she's got the same mobile arena that the other trapper Griffin has. But as opposed to an SMG, she's got a machine pistol, and instead of a harpoon gun, she has the harpoon traps that she just dropped down over there. They're really easy for the monster to get rid of. The whole point is to like keep dropping them so that he's getting distracted by other people and not realizing that he's like harpooned to the floor and trapped there. So, there's a couple moments where like you can lay down a trap, throw one of the grenades that releases toxins and like gets him stuck in a corner, and then have people just like lay into him using like the bucket's sentries and your flamethrower, just like keep him in one corner and just barrage attacks on him.
And was there anything you noticed about this game in particular that has changed? I mean, like, it seems like all of these additions seem like things that they didn't have even at the PAX build that we played.
Yeah, I mean, they're totally new weapons, which makes you play completely differently. Like, just the assault class, having to be in that close range is a totally different experience, because you're, like, jetpacking away really quick and then coming back to make sure that you can use your flamethrower because it's the most useful weapon you have in your repertoire. And then everybody else is like the medics are trying to stay away. When I played as a medic, I'm not a good medic class. It's just not my thing.
Yeah.
Some
of us are not helpful.
Yeah. Some of us are.
Some of us are weird hipsters.
I prefer the disruption kind of helpful thing.
You carry guns upstairs.
I Here it comes. That's true. But yeah, like as the medic class, the monster realized like if you take out the medic, then everybody else is at a disadvantage because you can't revive anyone after the fact. And I had the healing burst, which helps. So he just kept coming after me, and I'm trying to like jetpack out of there, getting trapped in water, and like which is just not a good look at all. So it's completely different just from the map, like the new wildlife, because they're really aggressive and they behave a little bit differently than the croc.
Which I hate. I hated that. Everyone hated that croc.
Everyone hated that guy. But it's also because we had a very particular encounter with the croc, which was like, we were almost going to win, and that croc just like really brought us down. And it was a stupid mistake, really, to run into it. But you live and you learn. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's the map. It's the new weapons that make you play differently. Mm-hmm. And Daisy's totally different because as opposed to like looking for the blue footprint tracks, I was just following Daisy. And if you're a bad trapper and you're not moving quick enough, like Daisy's just hanging around waiting for you. She's not going to leave her owner. Mm-hmm. So she's waiting to see like when you catch up to her so that she can continue on her path of like finding this monster for you. Yeah. So it really depends like on your entire team being like really well coordinated and playing to their roles really well.
So that's just a quick look at what we've played. Is there anything else you noticed? Anything else you find cool about the game?
Outside, I mean, I have a huge preview written up about it on the site, and basically my main takeaway was that like every time you play, it's a totally different experience because you're playing a different class, or you can also mix and match these classes. So like you can have Val on your team alongside, as opposed to Lazarus, alongside Maggie, and like maybe that works better for you. Maybe the players that you're playing with play to those characters better. So it's always different, which I love. And I felt that way about Left 4 Dead, which makes sense because you're from the same developers as the first one. And it's always a matter of your team and how well you can play your class, which I love about that.
Well, cool. Well, this has been a quick talk about Evolve. Take a look at Tina's very excellent preview, and tune in to Kotaku for more.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Later.
I feel that gambler's addiction coming on that one, where you just you think the next one's going to be amazing, and you just want to keep going.
Yeah.
You think
it's a good thing we're not buying these packs one by one. We would just be like, one more, just one more.
Just one more, just one more.